Almaty's past is preserved not only through archives, but also in its architectural heritage. Each building embodies the spirit of its time and reflects the city's evolving atmosphere. The old wooden buildings, adorned with detailed carvings, bring to mind the peaceful streets of the city before the revolution. The Grand Soviet-era structures tell the story of the ideological and social values of that time. Meanwhile, the sleek modern glass towers represent Almaty's ambition for growth and technological advancement. A significant element of this cultural landscape is a building situated in the eastern part of the 28th Panfilov Guardsmen Park. Commonly known as the Officer's House, this wooden edifice is a valuable architectural relic that has endured from the Verny era to today.
The precise construction date of this building is not confirmed. Some records indicate it was completed in 1913, coinciding with the 300th anniversary of the Romanov dynasty. However, other documents reveal that a brick fence was built around the property in 1907. This suggests the building was likely constructed between 1907 and 1908. It was built at the request of the military club to provide officers with a place to relax during their free time. Although the officers had a private club before, it was completely destroyed in the catastrophic earthquake of 1887.
The devastating 1887 earthquake dramatically changed the fate of Verny, now known as Almaty. Historical records describe the aftermath. Verny no longer exists, only ruins remain. Following the disaster, brick construction was banned, and new buildings were made from fir trees growing on the slopes of the Tian Shan Mountains. One of the earliest examples of this new style is the Officer's House.
The building's architectural style is characteristic of traditional Russian wooden architecture. Many Russian houses were constructed from log, covered externally with wooden boards, and decorated with elaborate carvings. Nails were not used. Instead, the logs were precisely cut and interlocked to fit perfectly together. Later, clamps and dowels were applied to secure the construction.
Sadly, there are no official documents that identify the architect of this building. Only assumptions exist.
Like many historical monuments in our country, the true architect behind this building is still debated. At that time, 3 architects were working in the region: Troparevsky, Zinkov, and Gurde. Zinkov, together with his father, made significant contributions to Verny's growth and developed the city's seismic protection system. Because of this, many credit him with designing numerous buildings in Almaty. However, there is no definitive proof linking him to this particular structure.
This building stands out with its distinctive appearance. Intricate wooden carvings, a tall dome, and large stained glass windows set it apart from the surrounding modern structures. The structure consists of 3 risalets, each possessing unique architectural features. The central risalet, a complex design, is crowned with a 2-tiered roof. The middle tier includes 4 small windows that allow light and air to enter. Above the towered roof sits a smaller observation platform. The side risalets are covered with single-pitched metal roofs. The pointed sunshade at the entrance, adorned with decorative patterns, gives the building a delicate and harmonious look.
When compared to old photographs, the building's overall structure has remained largely unchanged. However, a closer inspection reveals that some cladding elements have slightly different styles.
The building has undergone restoration twice. Throughout the process, specialists made every effort to preserve its original appearance. Only certain parts were updated and some decorative details were altered. During the renovation, the wooden trims patterns were replaced with traditional Kazakh motifs. While the exterior has remained largely unchanged for centuries, the interior layout has evolved over time to accommodate different uses. Today, this building stands as one of the best preserved historical monuments.
Our Russian colleagues often point out that in Kazakhstan, building exteriors are exceptionally well preserved. In Russia, architectural changes happen more frequently. Dombrovsky's book beautifully describes Verny as a city embraced by greenery, with its streets lined by buildings topped with green roofs. During restoration, we follow this principle and strive to keep the green roofs of important historical monuments intact.
With nearly 120 years of history, this building was once a major political and cultural hub. Its walls have witnessed countless historic events and political decisions. Originally opened as a club for officers, it later served various roles. The Zhetesu Regional Agricultural and Industrial Exhibition Pavilion, a post and telegraph office, the Red Star Cinema, and the officers' house of the Central Asian Military District. Since 1983, the building has housed the Museum of Folk Musical Instruments. What was once a center for official gatherings has become a cultural institution preserving the treasures of folk music. On March 11, 1990, the museum was named after Ykylas Dukenuly, the renowned Kazakh qobuz player of the 19th and 20th centuries. The Ykylas Museum of Folk Musical Instruments is the first museum dedicated to musical instruments in the Central Asian republics and ranks among the top 5 such museums worldwide. The Ykylas Museum of Folk Musical Instruments ranks among the top 10 most visited places in the city, making it one of the main tourist attractions. According to current statistics, visitors come from the United States, India, China, and several European countries. Over the past year alone, notable guests have included Maya Musk, mother of Elon Musk, as well as the president of the Democratic Republic of Congo. The history of Ykylas Museum of Folk Musical Instruments is closely linked to the name of statesman and public figure Uzbekali Janibek. 44 years ago, thanks to his tireless efforts, the Kazakh people reconnected with their centuries-old musical heritage, which had been on the verge of being forgotten. I knew his daily routine well. After work, he would watch the Vremya news program, then have dinner before heading to his study to write. He usually finished writing around 3 or 4 a.m. After a few hours of sleep, he would get up at 8 a.m. and head back to work. He lived like this his entire life. While most of us separate work and rest, for him, rest meant researching history and planning projects to benefit the people. Uzbekali Zhanibekov saw the museum as more than just a place to preserve artifacts. He wanted it to revive the sound of traditional national instruments and share it with the people. Inspired by this vision, the museum formed the Sazgen ensemble of ancient instruments, bringing together talented young musicians and professionals. Among them was Zabira Zhakisheva, an ethnomusicologist and honored worker of culture of Kazakhstan.
When I joined the museum, I was 32 years old and played the sernai, a reed flute. At that time, all the museum's exhibits, which were not yet on display, were kept in Uzbekali Zhanibekov's office. One day, he handed me a red sernai and asked me to play. I performed all of Shamshid's songs, and then he told Jarkyn Shakarim to hire me as a senior research staff member.
Zabira Zhakisheva dedicated 37 years to the museum, witnessing its evolution from its founding to its status as a respected cultural institution.
In 1980, a government decree established the National Museum of Folk Musical Instruments. After 9 months of preparation, it officially opened on April 24, 1981. Initially, the museum was located in a two-story building at the intersection of Panfilov and Jebek-Jolis streets. During those early days, Mr. Uzbekali often welcomed government officials, Ministry of Culture representatives, and foreign delegations. On one occasion, Mr. Konaev visited and, noticing the limited space, assigned the building on Zinkov Street to the museum. In 1984, we moved to this location.
Originally designed for the puppet theater, the building was renovated to suit the museum's needs. Thanks to Uzbekali Zhanibekov's initiative, traditional Kazakh ornaments were incorporated into the interior, exterior exhibition halls, and walls, enhancing the museum's cultural atmosphere. When the museum first opened, there was no concert hall. Uzbekali Zhanibekov personally worked on creating this unique concert space. Its design is special. It resembles a traditional Kazakh yurt. The hall is circular and the stage is not the usual rectangular shape, but shaped like a dombra, round and distinctive. The acoustics here are exceptional. Many musicians who have performed here comment on it. The dome in the center resembles the yurt structure with its wooden poles and supports. The sound in this space is truly unique, and only those who have experienced it can fully describe it. The museum currently consists of 9 halls, 5 dedicated to Kazakh national instruments and 4 showcasing foreign instruments. Among the exhibits are rare Kazakh instruments like the zhelboaz, adorned, and tyaktas, alongside widely known instruments such as the dombra, kobas, and sabazgha. Visitors can also explore musical cultures from over 50 countries worldwide. Among these, the Memorial Hall stands out as part of the museum's golden collection. Uzbekali Zhanibekov himself collected the instruments displayed here. When the museum was founded in 1981, he acquired original instruments belonging to prominent figures from museums across Kazakhstan and from the descendants of these individuals. This hall preserves musical instruments of many famous Kazakh figures from the 19th and 20th centuries. 25 instruments in total, 24 are originals, and only one is a replica. Among them are instruments that belonged to Kurmangazy Sağırbayұлы, Махамбет Өтемісұлы, Біржан Сал, Ақан Сері, Тазбала, Абай Құнанбайұлы, Шәкәрім Құдайбердіұлы, Жамбыл Жабаев, Қазанғап, Сейтек Оразаұлы, Дина Нурпейсова, Абекен Хасенов, Манарбек Ержанов, and Jusupbek Yelebekov. Currently, the Ykylas Museum of Folk Musical Instruments is headed by Baurjan Özbekaliulla, the son of its founder, Özbekali Janibek. I have been part of the Ykylas Museum team for 2 years. This museum is truly exceptional. Its collection is unlike any other. It houses the dombras of famous cultural icons such as Abay, Kurmangazy, Dina Nurpeysova, and Nurgisa Tlendiev. We are now working on gathering instruments from contemporary composers and performers. Sekin Torosbek has kindly agreed to contribute his instrument. Our goal is to continue expanding the collection and create a special hall dedicated to modern musicians. This is more than just the history of a building. It represents the story of a whole nation and its cultural heritage. History is made by people, and thanks to their dedication, talent, and vision, we can experience and appreciate this rich legacy today. If you visit Almaty, don't miss the chance to explore this cultural treasure and feel the presence of the remarkable figures whose heritage it preserves.